administration. I'm unhappy with the secretary. I think you guys have really dropped the ball, not only this legislation, but all the way through this administration when it comes to the Department of Interior, especially when it comes to American natives and Alaska natives. You say you have to do more work. 36 years. And you've been sitting on your thumbs. 36 years. You don't know how many acres that See Alaska has coming. They'll tell me how much. I know the number. You should know it. It still hasn't been transferred to them. If my bill doesn't pass, what they will do is to select old growth timber. What they want to do is select new growth with roads, not old growth, which solves a lot of our problems. But the Interior Department apparently doesn't take that into consideration. And by the way, the Forest Service may have some questions about this, but they should be the lead agency, not you. And Mr. Chairman, like I say, I read this testimony. This is 35 years old. You still don't have the answers. That's not good. Everything is I oppose, and they opposed the original claims. In fact, President Nixon was going to veto the Native Land Claims Act itself because people opposed the agency opposed it. I go through the history of this, and every time I come to one of these hearings, the agencies oppose anything that's beneficial and is helpful to the Native people that where you should have done the job. Not you personally, but the agency. You haven't done it. Melissa, did I understand you correctly that if there was a disclaimer language in the bill as far as rewriting the T-lump that you might have better understanding or better sympathy for the bill in the Southeast? That's correct. Okay. We need to go back and look at the specific tracks, though. There's, as you know, there's several issues in the legislation that have not been analyzed through the NEPA process. And that's our biggest concern. I'm trying to solve a problem, and we'll work with you, as you said you'd work with us. I'm trying to solve this problem, and as further witness, Mr. Chairman, will explain what we're talking about. There's some questions about cultural areas. Now, the cultural areas should be managed by the Southeast Alaska Natives. It shouldn't be the Park Service. We can arrange that. The other areas in question, I'm sure that they'll tell you they're not going to interfere with the Yukon Park or whatever you want to call it, the rest of it. They're not going to be involved in that. They're trying to select lands that will fulfill their obligation under the Alaska Native Land Claims Act, that lands that have already been used. And I think that's the best and wisest decision. Mr. Chairman, I'm not going to ask any further questions right now. Like I say, I'm disgusted at the Department of Interior right now. And I'm not through with it yet. Promise me I'm not. But I have no more questions this time because I might say something I regret.